What's up, everybody? You're listening to Podcastrophe. You can find us by searching Podcastrophe on all of your favorite podcasting platforms like Podbean, iTunes, Spotify, and more. You can also find us at JourneyIntoComics.com. We drop a new episode every single Thursday. Be sure to subscribe to Podcastrophe to get the show and exclusive content. We record each episode live every Tuesday around 5:30 Eastern Standard Time, and you can watch that on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Just follow Podcastrophe on any of those platforms, and be sure to chat with us. Also, be sure to check out the Journey into Comics Network and all of its amazing shows. Now, on with the show!
The following Journey into Comics.
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 Journey into Comics
Network.
Production.
Who's ready for Huggies?
Warning, Podcastrophe imminent. This is Podcastrophe with Nick and Tyler, and we're coming at you with a fistful of heritage on a podcast where anything goes and there are no safe spaces. This is Podcastrophe! Like it, love it, yee! What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm your host, Dick. I don't have Dave today. I don't have Tyler today. It's a sad day. But I do have not one, but two returning guests. I got Patrick.
We're the second stringers. We
Yep.
know.
I got Mr. Patrick Yoki. How you doing?
Hello there. We're doing all right.
I see you brought that warm, buttery
Oh,
voice.
yes. Hello. We're here for the long haul, indeed. Yes.
And making his triumphant return since Game of King Chair. I think you may have done an episode other than that,
With
too.
Brandon after
yeah, you
with
did.
Chernobyl.
It's Mr. John Welk. How you doing?
Good, you?
I'm doing all right. Did you enjoy your extra time off today?
Not really.
That sucks.
She dragged me to Joann's Fabrics, which is a very depressing store.
I can understand that.
Not because it's full of fabrics, but it's just bland and white, and everyone inside looks dead inside, almost like they work at Subaru. It's pretty terrible.
Yeah.
You get enough of that at Subaru, right?
Yeah.
It's like, come on.
Come on.
Except here, I'm spending money, not making it.
Yeah, it's terrible. Honestly,
Yeah.
worst trade deal in the history of baby ever.
Joanne Fabrics. I don't think I've ever set foot in one of those.
Do yourself a favor and keep it that way.
I mean, I intended on it. I had no intention of ever
Yeah,
going
it's just
there.
like, would you rather go to Joanne Fabrics or like GameStop? Like, it's just like.
I'd rather go to GameStop, but at the same time, I'd rather just not go to GameStop too.
Me too. I mean, I haven't been to a GameStop in a little bit. Come to think about it.
I really gotta turn in some games because since I'm a Power Up member, I get like extra money if I trade a game towards another, like a pre-order. So I got a ton of games that I got for Black Friday that I never opened. I got like Ark, I got Call of Duty World War II.
Just never.
I did open that. I played it a little bit. I mostly got that for Miranda. I got her Call of Duty Ghost too. I never played that. Which that's the one she wanted. There's a bunch of games up there. I might try to trade in Far Cry Primal as well.
Just give it to me.
It's on PS4.
Gay.
Terrible. Awful.
Yeah, I got a bunch of games up there. I need to trade them towards Jedi Fallen Order because I want to
When
play
is that due out?
November 11th?
11th.
I don't know. It's
Lots of exciting entertainment stuffs in
roughly
November.
around that time. I think it's like 8th or 9th, maybe.
I thought Age of Empires came out first, but I guess it comes out second. It's on the 14th.
Wait, another Age of Empires coming out?
The second's getting remade again.
Yeah.
Again.
Instead of just getting new graphics,
This time it's in 4K.
well, it's also getting a boatload of new content. I'm very excited.
Did you ever play that?
Well, I did play a lot of Total War, but I never did play Age of Empires, so.
You know, I've been hearing a lot about Rome Total War.
Yeah. All of a sudden, as if someone new joined the team
Yeah.
or something.
Shoot.
Yeah.
It's just like, this game's been out for like 20 years. Like,
Yeah, I was getting told all about it, and I was the second person, as far as I know. John was the first, as far as he knows.
The entire 2 hours.
Yeah, 2 hours working with this guy, and he's a cool dude. Like he's not like an unbearable dude. It's just
he decided to pitch this game to us.
That was the main event.
Yes.
Well, I cannot complain.
No, I mean,
I'm guilty also.
I've always hated the calls.
The game actually sounds pretty sweet. It sounds like something exactly what I want to play, but am I going to?
30%.
That's the question.
Will it happen? Stay tuned.
Yeah, I really got to get on that pre-order and start paying money towards it, because I think I got the collector's edition, which is $80, and
Now, the basis of the game is, I think I saw the trailer for it, where you're a Jedi and...
you're a Padawan.
Oh, a Padawan. Not a real Jedi, a
You're a
diet Jedi.
Padawan during Order 66.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. So, rough time for you. The premise is you're a Padawan during Order 66. Your master gets killed in the Order, but you escape and you're in hiding. However, at some point, you have to come out of hiding because you get discovered as a Jedi. Everyone's after you, and you basically decide to complete your training and become a full-fledged Jedi Knight. I just wonder what's going to happen, because there's no fucking Jedi in A New Hope.
Yeah.
Well, there's a
Just
few.
like-
Well, there probably is, but like you
hiding.
just don't know about it. And
Just like a dirt farmer in Tatooine somewhere,
Yeah.
you know.
There's another one on
moisture farmer. He's a
Moisture.
moisture farmer.
Dantooine, I think. I don't know. I don't know which planet it's on. That's
Tatooine?
just a dumb guess. I don't know which planet it's on, but it's Princess Leia runs into him in one of the side stories when her
Okay.
ship goes down. Not shot down, but
Okay.
Just gets a little wind.
Dantooine's
Wrong
a
way.
pretty solid fucking Jedi place, so it's very powerful.
I don't recall the planet. His name is Ashushenjan, which is a lot of sounds.
I don't know that guy.
Never heard of it in my life.
I think you're making it up.
Fake news.
Fake news.
Oh Lord, don't start that yet.
Alternative facts.
Alternative facts.
Alternative facts. I prefer my facts to yours. It's fun.
I'm glad we already kicked off the Star Wars conversation.
Yeah, just straight into it. Like, all right, I guess I'm doing this.
No. For those who are watching, we didn't have a live stream last week. We had an episode, so if you want to check that out, it's on iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher Radio, Spotify, all that shit. And it's a special episode with just Dave and Tyler. Spooky Thick Boys is what it's called. It was a really good episode, really fun. So go download that, listen to it, check it out. But instead this week you get us, and we're so sorry.
We apologize in advance. We were ambushed.
No, this is an episode in a week in the making. Like, I started planning this episode a week ago because John and I were just talking mad politics at work
Every day because the scandals won't stop.
Because the current events is just off the charts.
If 2019 has you going, just wait until 2020. It's about to get real spicy.
And then one day we started
Star Wars out of the blue.
It's kind of like fucking Forrest Gump. It rained sideways. It rained down. It rained heavy. It rained hard. And then one day, it just stopped raining. And then, that's the politics. We talk about politics.
For most
Current
of
events,
a quarter.
politics.
Anyways.
Current events, politics. And then one day, we started talking about Star Wars.
It's
great.
a fast track. Fast track. It makes sense. It's
Yeah.
a good seed, you know.
Yeah, I mean, we had some really solid, in-depth, almost philosophical Star Wars conversation.
Do you remember what started it?
Fuck, I don't know.
No, I don't either.
I don't even know how to get back there.
Nope.
It's scary. We lost our way, we lost the path, and now we're off. We're off of that path.
All out of breadcrumbs, Hansel
You
and
mean
Gretel.
something like Anakin Skywalker?
Huh?
Something like Anakin Skywalker, we lost the path.
Yeah, I watched some interesting videos the other night. One is it's off this YouTube channel called Star Wars Theory. Pretty solid name.
Theories about Star Wars?
Yep. It's very straightforward. You know what you're getting. No false advertisement there.
Yeah, I mean, there's little truth in the world. I appreciate that level of here it is, come get it.
Yeah.
Like,
So the video was, what if Obi-Wan brought Anakin back to the light right then and there?
Well, I mean, is he still burned horrifically?
No. It's before he jumps. It's before he tries to challenge the high ground.
Don't challenge that. I like how that's just the auto win condition in
Somebody
episode.
was it you that was arguing with me about the high ground?
That's how it started. We were talking about the high ground because remember Obi-Wan mastered the high ground when he killed Darth Maul because he started from the low, flipped up and murdered Darth Maul, right? And what the fuck was the connection?
Oh, well, the thing is, somebody was arguing. It's like Obi-Wan was bluffing. He's not a master of the high ground because Darth Maul had the high ground and he just got jumped over and fucking stabbed.
The whole high ground, he's just like, I am invincible. I am at a slightly elevated
And then
plane
I
than
decided
you.
to
Like,
manipulate the Bane quote. It's like, you merely adopted the high ground.
yeah, I
I was
was
born in it, molded by it. By the,
oh
time,
high ground.
by the time you saw the top of a hill, I was you were a man. Or something like that. I fucked that one.
Yeah, it's just, I don't remember the big, but I don't know. The new Star Wars coming out, Rise of Skywalker, right?
Yep.
Boom.
Yep.
December 20th.
Yep.
Christmas present. How come they gotta destroy my boy Anakin's redemption arc? He tried, man. Like
He was redeemed. There's
I
no,
mean,
there's
okay,
no
but-
destroying it. That arc is complete.
but the Emperor's alive. How though? How'd he do it?
You really don't know.
Tell me, Ryan Johnson.
I mean, well, Ryan Johnson's not. It's J.J. Abrams for
it's
this.
JJ now.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's back to J.J.
Well,
Because they had to.
are any of his resurrection methods, have they been brought back into canon yet?
No.
Because there's a bunch of them.
As of before Rise of Skywalker, no.
So one of them is a likely culprit.
Possibly cloning,
Yeah.
like the Naboo's cloning chambers or whatever, which drove him insane, which was awesome.
You mean he wasn't already?
Yeah. Well, he was.
But that was criminally insane, not insane.
Yeah, he was babbling by the end of it. Oh no.
Oh no.
Hopefully that doesn't change anything. I got an error saying my iLock it couldn't authorize my plugins. It's like, wow, fuck you.
Time to break down.
But yeah, no, the video was it's like, what if Obi-Wan redeemed Anakin right then and there and brought him back to the light? Basically, it brought on the fact that like before before Padme gets there with Obi-Wan secretly on board, you see Anakin like staring across the lava or whatever, hood over. You see, and then you get that close-up shot of like his eyes all glowing orange and dark-sidey, but there's a tear. There's just a tear rolling down his eye. He feels guilt right there, meaning Anakin is still there. It's not fully Vader at that moment, which is cool.
Right, but feeling is a Sith thing.
So
Not
Jack,
to say that Jedi don't feel, because they obviously fucking
I was
do.
gonna say Jedi
But
can have feelings. They're not just like
I'm just being difficult for
robots.
fun.
he does that. Get
Often.
used to it.
Oh no, I'd do it. I'd do it. It amuses me. Like
But yeah, so Obi-Wan successfully redeems Anakin, and at that point, the Emperor shows up, of course, and then they all fight.
Then he gets burned by lava.
I can't remember.
Full circle.
I honestly can't remember.
just trips.
I watched it a couple.
No, yeah, Obi-Wan redeems him and he cries in his arms, and then as they're walking to the ship, Anakin trips, and then that's how
On a
Vader
small
gets
pile of
burned.
sand.
Yeah, I mean something. And he said, I told you about that high ground, man. That sand has the high
Sand.
ground.
I hate it. Gets everywhere.
That dialogue is
See?
just so great. Like, that's just real character development.
No, so we
I hate sand.
John, when we were having this conversation at work, I believe you've met Brandon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Brandon's over yonder, and
Over approximately how yonder.
and him and Tyler have this. They had this podcast called the Podcast Menace, and it was like a once a month podcast where they just did nothing but discuss Star Wars. They only did like 3 episodes, and then Brandon left the network. Everybody knows all about that. We're not going to get into it. And then now, there's a possibility of the Podcast Menace coming back. So, we're having this conversation. I'm really digging it. I'm wanting to get on a podcast and talk Star Wars. Hence this show. So I yell at Brandon. I'm like, hey, John and I want a guest on Podcast Menace. He goes, no. just outright, no. I look at him. I was like, he's holding us back.
Just
What did I say? He's jealous of our new powers.
Yeah. It's like, he's holding us back.
I'm not a charity. I'm a commodity. Like,
Like, I couldn't help but quote, like, the worst Star Wars movie, Attack of the Clones, Anakin throwing a fit about Obi-Wan. He's holding me back!
Nah.
So, yeah.
New Star Wars trailer. Every time it's brought
Have
up.
you watched it?
Not yet.
You haven't watched it?
I have.
I've
Yes.
barely been home. I was there just long enough to not be wearing
can-
my Subaru uniform here.
We can pull
Please
that up.
do.
We can
The
really
rise of Skywalker. It's all coming to an end. Da-da-da.
Oh, we got the final one. It's
Turn
intense.
that LED off. Per favor.
It's an instinct. Feeling. The force brought us together.
You see that meme where when he takes the binoculars away, he's got 2 eyes right here?
Yeah.
Good people will fight if we lead them.
People keep telling me they know me. No one does.
But I do. Long have I waited. And now
Oh, okay, that's fucking awesome.
you're coming together. Is your undoing. What are you doing there, 3PO?
Taking one last look, sir. At my friends.
Confronting fear is the destiny of a Jedi. Your destiny.
Hold the fuck up. Are they writing animals on the outside of the Star Destroyer's hull?
The Force will be with you.
Always.
Fucking.
Yep.
But that's in the vacuum of space.
You're the vacuum of space.
Their eyeballs should be
This
exploding.
is Disney Star Wars. It doesn't have to make sense. Just like it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Don't question the narrative.
Don't question the narrative.
Tone
You
the
just
party
didn't get
line.
the story you wanted. Like,
Everything was great until their eyeballs were not exploding when they should have been.
I mean, they were also riding
that's just step
horses.
one.
Think about how easy. I mean, I don't know. Think about
I'm
how.
pretty sure one of them was a unicorn.
Well, I mean, you could.
Thank goodness the horses from The Last Jedi make an appearance
Let's
in the
just
trailer.
make
That's
a-
awesomely. That's a good character arc right there. I'm glad to see we've come full circle with the horse creatures.
Let's make a community hot patch here and say that they taped the Subaru magnets on the horse. The horse. Yes.
That's maybe what the lore
horse
calls them.
hooves. And so they can ride the horses outside. Just still though, there's no oxygen for starters.
Well, they were in the ocean on the planet.
We don't know how this universe works.
It's
The
space,
Force.
and the galaxy is the only thing different. It's this universe.
Is it?
If
though?
Leia has 40 floaty
that
force powers,
confirmed?
then I think we can.
I'm gonna say
reality is
yes.
Not important.
You're just being difficult again.
No, this time I'm fucking horses
Do
on the
it.
outside of the Star Destroyer. God damn it. That's literally the scene I was excited for too. I wanted to see the Eclipse fleet so fucking badly.
Betrayal.
Assuming that is the Eclipse fleet.
Don't you take that away from me.
It is the First Order. Remember, it's not the Empire.
Wait, those weren't Resurgence class destroyers though. They were.
I don't know what you're saying right now. So they were regular Star Destroyers.
Get
are you
good
saying?
scrub.
I'm not familiar with a lot of the
They're
the
they're
ships.
Imperial. There's a few classes of Imperial Age, Empire Age Imperial Star Destroyers that are very similar to each other. Imperial Class 1 and 2 and Victory Class, I think.
Has a Star Destroyer ever destroyed a star?
Probably not. No.
Okay, just saying.
No.
I'm just questioning that.
Weak.
We just honestly, I'm just.
I mean, the Death Star can take out a planet.
Because that's what
Right,
I
but
thought when I was a kid.
laser gun planet can take out stars.
Yeah, you're right.
Laser
As
gun
fuel.
planet.
As fuel.
What about the World Harvesters on the Eclipse, the original canon?
I don't know.
That thing was it was fucking huge.
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 You're talking about the Superstar Destroyer?
Yeah, the one that ought to be at the head of that fleet, if it's
Yeah.
Palpatine's fleet.
Palpameme. He's alive.
Yes. That's exciting. I'm excited to see him again. And Ian McDermott back, and supposedly he looks exactly the way he did in episode 3, which is weird.
A little bit, yeah.
Find
Why
out
not?
to be-
Did
Why
they
not
freeze him
episode
and then Disney like hauled him out of the
I'm
warehouse?
not really.
Like,
I was not a fan of that look. I thought it looked really weird.
It did.
I liked the Emperor look.
from 4, 5, and 6? Well,
Yeah.
5 and 6.
yeah, it wasn't like an old catcher's mitt. It was more like
Oh my god! I remember when he's basically like announcing to Anakin that he's now Lord Vader, and he's like, "Goo." Let's see if I can get a clip of that. Like,
just that whole sequence was.
it's so awkward.
It's just like nah, like what?
Yes, that's it.
Good.
I think it's this whole scene right here. Oh.
Jesus.
Just Hayden Christensen can't even look at him during that scene. He's just like, come on, man.
This is so weird. Like, I didn't like how they did this.
I like how, I've always hated how Anakin looks like he's fighting back the euphoria of being on Molly during this scene. Like, just how he can't fucking look straight. There, right there. Like, stop rocking back and forth. Jesus.
So that's cool when he goes rise. Like, it's cool how he does his voice, but like the whole
Go back to the very beginning. I want to see him get up off the windowsill again. I've never seen it before. Like, I never paid attention to that before. Like, look at him just chilling there.
Yeah, I'm back.
I'm awake.
like
Why is his face so glossy? It's just so moist. I hate it. Like,
he just contorts his face so weird when he's talking.
it's probably because his cheeks are weighed down from all the freaking
Whatever it is.
makeup and
Yeah.
bullshit on his face.
Like, did the Force Lightning grow his brain or some shit?
I have gained Samuel L. Jackson's knowledge. Fear me.
Yeah,
I just love the whole it's like it moves so little.
like, he had like an underbite.
It's like, yes, I am very intimidated by this very evil man.
And you like
Haru Dixon from
yeah, like that was. It's just such.
Who
a
did it
weird
better,
fucking
Nixon's
scene.
jowls or Emperor Palpatine?
But after that,
Solid
like
lineup.
when he's talking to the Senate and all that, and dissolving the Republic, and his fight with Yoda, like that's Sidious. Like I can accept that part, but that right there that we just watched, that
was not scary. That did not make me
No,
feel
it
like
was-
he was a bad guy. Like I should fear this character as the antagonist.
You know what
Like,
else I really fucking hated? The fight with Windu and the other Jedi.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was just like these 5 fucking dudes just roll in there, and then like the others are just dead instantly.
Yeah.
Not to mention
he
Windu's
just bats them
prowess.
away like flies. Like
Ian McDermott's performance in this movie, minus the opera scene and maybe a couple others, his performance was just complete shit in this movie, in my opinion. Just because
Really?
everything he did, everything he said, and all of his movements were super exaggerated.
Like he was trying a little too hard.
He was trying way too hard. Like at the beginning when he's like when they're escaping Grievous's ship, like he's just any time like an explosion or something, he's like,
Well, I've always read stuff like that. So when he's being pompous, it's because he's the fucking chancellor, right?
Yeah.
High and mighty, and he's trying to sell that he's.
well, there's that.
He's trying to sell
But it makes
his role
sense.
to the Jedi. Like, oh yeah, I'm a high and mighty.
But that makes
look at me,
sense.
right?
Like, nothing is exaggerated
In the
about it.
ship, he's trying to sell his. Help me! I'm your father figure, and I'm helpless. To
Oh
Anakin.
yeah, absolutely, and it's terrible.
Yeah.
It's not sold whatsoever on
To
me.
us, but it worked on Anakin clearly.
Yeah, Anakin's a fucking idiot.
I don't like sand.
Sand gets everywhere.
It just it's all up in the crevices.
Obi-Wan, why didn't you take Luke somewhere like safer? Why did you just bring him to Tatooine? He hates sand.
Yeah.
It gets everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, he didn't look there, and that was an effective hiding spot. He also hid himself there.
To be fair, he didn't know there was gonna be twins.
That's true.
And-
I like how
We didn't know there was gonna be a kid until they were twins.
So yeah, and then there's the roulette of I like how one of them becomes like a princess and the other becomes just a dirt farmer. Like it's just like
Moisture farmer.
okay, they harvest water beads. Cool. But still, it's just
Yeah.
like I'm gonna live in a palace. You have fun drinking purple milk, and
Well, I mean,
what?
to be fair, in the moment of the splitting of the children, Bail Organa offered. He's like, yeah, we've always wanted a girl.
She'll want for nothing, or whatever he says.
Yeah.
Or she'll be loved. I don't know.
Should be loved and want for nothing, yeah.
Obi-Wan, take this one to the fucking desert planet.
Take this to the sand ball. Like, just he'll make
And
it.
also, to be
he'll
fair,
make it all.
He took the other one to his relatives
Desert planet.
on a bullshit desert planet.
Thank you.
Honestly, those would be the backwoods parents of the family.
Yeah.
There has to be, like, think about what Padme is and think about, like, the way people keep track of that bloodline. Like, there wasn't anyone else for Luke. Like, it's just like, did they start at the bottom and go up? Like, it's just like, all right, dirt farmers, fuck it, let's call them. Like, they probably didn't even call him. They just showed up and just like, baby, like, just offered it like it was a kitten or something. Like,
I never even realized.
do you want
how
a
right
force
you
baby? Do you want a force baby? Like,
You want to force baby?
Well, remember, Obi-Wan says, your uncle didn't hold with your father's ideals, said he shouldn't have gotten involved. That is exactly what they are.
Do you want a force baby?
The
Possible.
rednecks of the Star Wars universe.
Yes.
Possible episode title.
Force
Do
baby.
you want a force baby?
Do you want? Well, it's just I don't know. It's just the randomness of that. It's like any movie, like you can just piece it apart and make fun of it. And I just remember seeing there was one thing like analyzing. It was just talking about the trailer we just watched, and it was like, how is the throne room so intact? Like that Death Star got blown up. Like that's what they fight. They clearly have like the chair that Palpatine was at and all that. And it was like that is in really good shape for being submerged in water and exploded in the vacuum of space.
Well, there's no reason to think that it's standard steel.
I mean,
And
Jet
additionally,
fuel does not burn. Does not melt
dank memes
steel
do
beams.
not melt steel.
precisely.
beams, people.
Now we know Calvin's on board.
Yeah, you're right.
Calvin has joined the chat.
It's space tannerite.
It's
The deep space conspiracy is what the fuck it is.
The chair isn't even like knocked over. Is that was a special leather from the horse things from that can walk on Star Destroyers.
I'm fighting really hard
John.
the urge to be like, no, it was probably really heavily armored. You don't understand.
John,
not
Let me
well
ask you
armored
a
enough to be
question.
not thrown off of a rail.
let me ask you a question, John. Do you think if Drogon was there, he could melt that thing?
I know that he would target it randomly.
Because it was in the way.
Precisely.
It's just in the way.
Read that?
No, I mean I didn't know. I
No,
learned from
the script. The script actually got released, and everybody. This is like a month or two after the finale aired, and everybody was like, "No, yeah, Jon killed Daenerys. Spoilers, guys.
Oh yeah, if you haven't, just don't invest.
Everybody
time in
knows
it.
Jon killed Daenerys, and Drogon saw through that, and he saw what really killed Daenerys, and that's the Iron Throne. So that's why he melted it.
Oh yeah.
Then the script drops, and we get Drogon in a fit of rage decided it was just gonna shoot. He couldn't shoot Jon with fire, so he decided to shoot the wall, and the stupid chair was in the way, or something like that.
And just like that was it. That was D&D. That was as deep as they could go. Like
Yeah,
it was
and
like
we're sitting here like us normal people came up with a much fucking better explanation than two of the best writers in fucking Hollywood.
Yeah, and these are just people like I remember. It was Peter Dinklage in an interview where it just sounded like the most insincere like dialogue ever, where he was just like, "There are no finer writers in Hollywood than David Benioff and T.V. Weiss," and somebody edited it where there was like a red dot from a sniper on his head the whole time before the premiere, just like. And then there's the infamous Emilia Clarke, best season ever. Like, where she was like, like she visible pain, just like, I'm sorry for what we're about to do to you. Like,
yeah, I know Kit Harington was really upset, but I think Kit Harington was just upset because it was over. Yeah, everybody was like, he's upset because it sucks, and it's like, and he went on record and was like, no, I'm upset because I'm not doing it anymore
because I made lots of money.
The whole idea that Drogon couldn't kill Jon is, where the fuck did that come from? We're about to watch in House of Dragon, whatever.
House of the Dragon, yeah.
Yeah, House of Dragonite. That, fucking Targaryens got killed.
He said House of the Dragonite.
House of the Dragonite.
Fucking Targaryens were killed by dragons all the time, especially in that Civil War.
Yeah.
This is not a thing.
Jon's plot armor is so thick that
it could withstand Drogon's flames. However, the Iron Throne could not.
Oh yes, it just got in the way. They just like
neither could King's Landing.
Think about. Do you really think about how many millions are invested in these shows and how much money goes into them for the cinematography and everything from the ground up, and then that's the piece of writing that how many people read that and they were just like,
yeah,
yep. Let's do it. Like, that was it.
It legitimately would have been better if, because the Iron Throne was forged by Dragonfire, it had become Valyrian steel, and the Night King walks up at the end after literally
trips and
everybody,
falls on it and dies.
Sits on it and fucking immediately dies. That would have been a better fucking series.
I think when he melted the Iron Throne, if Jaime and Cersei were behind it and just kind of scurried away, that would be also a cool ending.
Mice.
Yeah, just like, shit, they got us.
Can't kill them for shit.
Just like, and I would have gotten away with it too, if it weren't for those damn Targaryens. And then the series ends, and it would have made more sense. Like, we're just like, God. Jaime and Cersei back at it again. We'll see them next time. It just devolved into these 22-minute snippets like Scooby-Doo commercials. Like, Jesus. Tisk. Talking to you, D&D.
Hate them. And now they're not doing Star Wars.
Yeah, they just decided. What was there like a reasoning behind that?
They decided that. So I guess, paraphrasing a bit, between their Netflix series and Star Wars, I don't know what their Netflix series is. I can't remember. But between the two, they didn't want to divide their attention. They were just too busy, and they wanted to give their full attention to Star Wars if they were going to do it. So they stepped away. And Kathleen Kennedy was like, "Well, we hope in the future we can have two very great writers such as yourself to dedicate all your time to Star Wars."
You know what that sounds a lot like? You can't do it, but you don't have to go out and say that we said that.
Basically, I think it was calling. It was.
I mean, why would
snidely calling them out?
Yeah.
Like,
but it was just also, it's just like, hey, I would like you to ruin my. I hit up Ryan Johnson and he's doing great. Like,
get rid of Kathleen Kennedy. Tell her to fuck off.
What is Kathleen Kennedy's position?
Who is this?
She's head of Lucasfilm.
She is in charge of Star Wars for all intents and purposes, right?
Absolutely.
I didn't realize that they hadn't dissolved Lucasfilm.
Oh, well, it does do the Lucasfilm logo at the beginning of all the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, they still have that.
Shit.
I didn't.
Mandalorian. I haven't seen that one either.
Oh, guess we're watching the Mandalorian trailer.
Sorry, that came out of the blue. You can finish your thought if you'd like.
I don't know what I was thinking. It's cool. I just stray like a little, frog on leap pads. Just get what's available.
Sure, play Frogger.
Maybe.
It's like the hop in the cross.
Oh yeah, I've seen those. I remember I saw an old one in a arcade.
I already like it.
Is the world more peaceful since the revolution? It is a shame that your people suffered. But bounty hunting is a complicated profession.
See Lucasfilm.
They said you were coming. They said you were the best in the parsec. Would you agree?
Holy shit, armor that works.
Mandalorian, look outside. They are waiting for you. Yeah? Good.
Fuck yeah. Holy shit, that looks amazing.
Fuck yeah.
Lasers.
Lasers. Lots and lots of lasers.
This is what we are leaning on.
It looks really fucking good.
I do.
The fucking
I do
CGI
enjoy
on those
that.
aliens, all the aliens that I saw, the Quarren, fucking Trandoshans, impressive as fuck.
Yeah.
I am really
They
excited
got
for
that
that.
Disney budget now.
Oh yeah, we got them millions of Disney dollars, baby. We're going
yeah.
deep.
We're going deep.
We're going.
Yeah, I already got my Disney Plus subscription pre-done. I don't want to say pre-ordered.
You pre-ordered
pre-did
the
it?
subscription.
I pre-did it.
You pre-did it.
It's been pre-done.
That's just kind of circumventing the same thing, where it's just okay. You pre-ordered it.
Yeah, I
right?
did.
Yeah, it was like, come on.
I got that special $4.99, or no, I think it was $6.99. It was one of the fucking two.
Was it $10 a month?
No, it was. Shut the fuck up.
So with all the streaming services come out, how long do you think cable has before it is just?
Cable's gonna live like the radio lived.
Honestly, yeah, I don't.
It's still around.
They have the
It's-
sports, but
Yeah.
all those now they're streaming sports too. But they don't like certain ones. Like there are certain games you can't get. Like the NFL owns like Thursday Night Football and stuff like that, where it's like you can't get that unless you like pay the NFL directly. The NFL even has an app now. The network's just like, fuck you, networks.
Yeah.
We're gonna make our own thing. It's gonna have blackjack and hookers. You know?
As far as like
Don't forget
the original question, how
Phone
long
thing.
is cable gonna last? I think it's gonna last a lot longer than maybe you would think. I think it's still got many years left in it because not everybody's up with it. They're not
Boomers.
with it.
Okay, boomer.
Okay, boomer.
Because like my dad, he doesn't even have Netflix, and he won't get it.
He just refuses.
He
Like
refuses. He's like, I don't need it. I'm like, dude, I can just give you my password.
you don't. It costs you nothing.
It'll
Like-
cost you nothing. You can just watch whatever movies, TV shows,
see,
no commercial.
I just see
allegedly.
irrational stuff like that with like the older generation where I told my parents, I was like, hey, I can get you faster internet for like $80 less. And they're like, no, fuck you. This is our internet. We stand by our internet. I'm like, but it's not good internet. And they're like,
And
no.
it won't stand the fuck by you either.
Yeah, it's just they're like, they don't care about you.
So,
Like,
when we first got internet at my dad's, I had internet at my mom's for years, but finally got it at my dad's, 2006.
Good lord, sounds like
seriously.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So we finally got internet. He got Verizon. It was great at the time. Moved forward to 2015 when I moved back in, and times have changed.
have they?
Websites require fast, like regular ass text websites require.
Be a regular guy.
Yeah, they require a lot more internet speed than what we were getting. I don't even think we were getting 1 meg back then.
You know how it is at my parents' house.
Yeah.
Still today.
So I moved back and I can't do jack shit.
Nope.
I can't access any Netflix whatsoever. I can't even get on Facebook. It's rough. And like, I told him, I'm like, dude, you need to upgrade your internet speed. Like, you need to call him ASAP and upgrade it. And then like before he even did that, I looked and I'm like, that's still the same fucking modem.
From 2006.
That's the same modem router that we had.
If
So
it
I'm
ain't
like,
broke, don't fix it.
I'm like, there's a good chance that our internet's fine. It's that modem that's really old and can't handle the newer bandwidths and all that.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, hey, call them, but don't upgrade your service. Your service is probably fine. Tell them, hey, I have an outdated modem. I'd like a replacement. See if you can get a new modem.
From Verizon?
Now it's Frontier. It was Verizon. It eventually became Frontier in Delphi.
Is he inside Delphi or
Yeah.
is he out? Okay.
He's inside Delphi.
Then it probably has been updated just because the minimum speed's gone up in
Oh,
most
exactly.
places.
Exactly. So he did that. Not only did he get a new modem, he actually upgraded the service too. Cool. Good for you. Awesome. I take no responsibility for that second part. However, he tried to put that responsibility on me and charge me extra because originally I moved back in and the deal was once I got caught up on some of my late bills that I didn't know I had.
Like your Best Buy card?
No. No, it was right after I got hired. I leased a Crosstrek and Roman's like, yeah, it should come right out of your paycheck. I'm like, okay, sweet. So, some time goes by. I'm like, I look at my paycheck and I'm making some baller ass money because we're working a lot of overtime. And I was like, man, this is what my paycheck looks like with the money coming out for my car payment. That's awesome. It wasn't coming out. And then I started getting notices saying, hey, you need to pay this. And I'm like, hey, Bob Dorman, what the fuck's this? And they're like, oh, well, if it's coming directly out of your check, just ignore that.
Oh, God.
Another month goes by. I get another notice. Hey. This time the note, it's bigger. And I'm like, well, they said ignore it. Like, it's coming out of my check, so whatever.
Did you get that in writing by any chance? Any stroke of luck?
No.
Oh, no. Roman knows what he's doing. Like,
So another month goes by, and now I'm getting another notice and phone call saying, hey, if you don't pay this, you're going in collections. I'm like, what the fuck? So I talked to Roman again. They're like, yeah, we don't know what's up with that. You might want to. So I go to our benefits office, and I talk to them. They're like, yeah, you never set that up. You never set up the payroll deduction. I'm like, I thought Bob Roman set that up with you guys. They're like, no, you have to bring your stuff back. And I was like, would have been nice to know. I was like, so how's this all gonna get paid? They're like, that's on you. Okay, cool. Can I set up the automatic payments now? They're like, no. You have to do that within X amount of days of getting the lease. I'm like,
No.
oh, okay. And I was living with Nick at the time, and I owed like I think $900 on the thing.
That's not that bad.
No, it wasn't bad. It wasn't terrible, especially at the time for me. My debt was much lower. I pretty much only had the Best Buy card at the time. So I told him, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna move back to my dad's. I don't want to ask you to suspend my rent payments. I don't feel right doing that, so I moved back to my dad's, and the deal was once I got everything caught up and paid up, then it'd be $200 a month to live in my own room. Because I'm an adult now.
yeah.
Shit's great, isn't it?
Yep. Love it.
Yep. So I did that. I got paid up. And my dad's like, so what did we agree on? Like $300? I'm like, no, $200. He's like, now, Blaine, my bills have gone up significantly since you've been here. I upgraded the internet, and my electric and water's like more than quadrupled. I looked at his electric bill, and it was like $50, and his water bill was $30. I'm like, yeah, quadrupled, huh? Oh, by the way, I told you not to upgrade the service. You went ahead and did that anyways. And don't even try to get me on the Dish network that you just got to, because that was what you wanted. So, yeah,
Dished.
I paid only $200 for the 5 months I was there.
200 pounds.
Yep, that's my story.
That's a story. I'm sticking with it. Like,
Yeah, fun stuff. But yeah, it's we got the internet figured out and all that. Why did we even get on this subject?
I don't. I think I asked if cable was going out of style,
that's right.
and we have
That's
ended
right.
on this. It's like YouTube videos. You don't know where they're going to lead. Like,
Tangent.
yeah, just. Hey, how long you guys think cable's going to be around? So my dad was looking quadruple bills, and like.
Well, it's crazy. So Netflix has been around forever at this point. I think they started in I want to say 99.
Oh God, no. There's no way.
Well, they
Internet speeds in '99 would not have streamed a video worth watching.
No, Netflix started as a DVD mailing service.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
like
mailing
Redbox?
service. Yeah, like
Okay.
they were the original Redbox, and they're like, "What if we streamed?"
But
and
it was
then they
strictly
became
mailing. It
gods.
wasn't. You couldn't go to a machine. It was just they mailed it to you. You
Yeah.
ordered it on the internet, and they mailed it to you. They would mail it in an envelope. You'd watch it for however long you wanted to.
And then you mail it back.
Yeah, but you had like a list of movies that you would select, and they would mail you one at a time, or however many at a time, and you'd mail it back, and they'd send another one.
I did that same. I had like GameFly for like
GameFly.
a month.
Same thing. Same
Yeah,
exact
I think
thing.
I got Assassin's Creed 3, the one that was really like disappointing, the Revolutionary War one, and then I just didn't
I love
return
that
it.
one.
I forgot. Sorry, I just couldn't.
I was in the top 25 percentile of beaver hunters
The beaver hunters
in the homestead.
in the top 25.
I remember when that thing it just pops up. You're now in the top 25% percentile of beaver killers or beaver slayers or something like that.
Beaver slayers.
I am like, what the fuck? And it was just like right after I killed a beaver for its pelt. And so I remember I was on night shift at the time, and I remember the next night I went in to work, and all I could think about was getting home
And killing
and
beavers.
killing more beavers because I wanted to be at the top. I wanted to be the
I
number
wanted
one.
to be in first.
I was like, if it's that easy for me to get top 25 percentile, I was like, I wonder how far I can go. I want to see how, it's like, if I just dedicate myself to it, I want to be number one.
the number one beaver
And
killer.
I don't think
Slayer. Beaver Slayer.
Beaver
I don't think
Slayer.
I ever achieved such a feat, but I'm pretty proud of that one moment.
It was like my 12-year-old fantasy to get all the achievements in World of Warcraft. Never happened. Entirely too many.
I finally got all the achievements in Witcher 3 a month ago.
Nice.
The last one that was taking forever was you got to light enemies on fire using the poison gas that's flammable from one of the bombs. Apparently, that's actually really difficult for me.
So I'm guessing you throw the bomb.
You throw the one
explodes.
bomb, then you fucking
Igni.
switch the bombs, and then you throw the other bomb.
Oh.
Yeah, pain in the ass.
Not even Igni?
I don't think it counted. I may be wrong. I may have been overthinking. That's entirely possible.
That's gay as AIDS.
It's pretty fucking gay. Bigot.
Bigot. So insensitive. I'm getting my feelings hurt just thinking
Your
about it.
covfeefes.
I just fucking spilt beer all over myself. Trying to drink it, it just my face through my beard. I'm a mess.
just burps into the mic. Just bleh.
So the beer I'm drinking, I've had this a lot at the pub. It's by Heretic. It's called Juicier Than Thou. I'm pretty sure it's been on Birds and Dudes.
Oh yeah.
Juicier Than Thou. It's actually a variant, or it's not a variant. It's like the next, because the first version of it was called Make America Juicy Again. So
See it.
it's I'll let you read it.
He's been reaching for
Yeah,
like
read it on the side.
20
Motherfucker.
seconds. Like he's just been.
Read the description on the side.
I love the name and the brand.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's really good.
Heretic.
It's a mango IPA.
Make America juicy again.
Read it aloud.
We helped make America a little more juicy with our Make America Juicy Again, but some juice heads just can't get enough. So now we're making things even juicier. We've upped our game by adding delicious mango and a bit of creamy lactose. It's milk sugar. It says in parentheses. Yes, thank you.
No, you just interjected.
Yeah, no, as soon as I said it, I realized
it's like, wow, all right. Like,
better clarify that this is the douchey thing, not me.
I'm not the douchey thing.
This beer is full of juicy hops and juicy tropical fruit, and it could be so juicy it is juicier than thou. According to the Surgeon General, is that... Keep going?
No, I'm good. I want to drink it. I guess after you drink it.
it's just...
Yeah, it's not like some of the beers I've given you.
That first one was amazing.
Oh, the slushie I gave you? Oh, the
Slushies are so good.
They're so good. I can't wait to make a trip down there again. It's probably going to be a couple weeks. Their next release isn't until the 22nd.
Oh, shoot.
And they're not
this
Are
coming
they
month?
doing like a Thanksgiving dinner where it's like turkey and gravy is one of them? Just
probably.
Like, just do a beer where you just
they
Jones soda. Like
this last they did all their beers, all the beer for this last release was like Halloween themed. They're actually doing themes for once, like full on themes, not just like a couple.
candy corn.
That'd
be
it was,
candy
some
corn.
of them looked really good, and some of them were like.
The
And
only
one
thing
of them
worse
was a
than
black
a
licorice.
pumpkin spice milkshake IPA. Which I don't know if I'd like that.
I'm just not a fan of pumpkin in general because it's not
Same.
pumpkin and it's
Same.
fake. It's nutmeg. Don't let it lie to you. Nobody actually likes eating straight up pumpkin. Like
I don't know anybody that has.
Yeah, just like I'm gonna grill up me a slice of pumpkin. You look at them like they were a crazy person. Like pumpkin seeds, hell yeah, I will get down on some pumpkin seeds. You toast in the oven.
Oh, yeah, salt them.
This just in. Oh, fuck off, Siri. This just in, and this is a private conversation on Facebook Messenger. At Dick Blaine Tyner. I'm going to do a solo podcastrophe on Sunday since Dave will be out of town. That's Mr. Tyler McLaughlin, folks. You are getting a solo podcastrophe episode with Tyler. Tune in. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be a very good conversation.
Do it.
Yes. Where were we? Oh, yeah. So the next release, 22nd. I've been waiting to go down there until like a weekend where it's like a release weekend. I'm obviously not going to be able to get any of the cans because they sell out day of, but they at least keep the shit on tap. So I've also been waiting until their new tap room and building is up, and they announced that it will be up by the next release. That's the next release. I guess I'm going either that weekend or next.
Do we work that Saturday?
23rd, I believe so.
You're going to have a long Monday.
A long Monday?
That following Monday. If you only have Sunday off.
Yeah.
All Mondays are long. It is written.
It is known.
It is known.
Yeah, I think this Monday was actually pretty bad.
Yeah, this Monday was fucking horrible. I don't even remember
today
why.
went by pretty quick.
Wonder why.
It was actually going by pretty quick for me anyways, but
It was.
which typically, because I was team leader today, and typically it does not go by quick for me. It really, as much fun as I make it seem, it is not.
Team lead of the team.
It sucks. I hate it.
So everything's your fault.
Basically.
I'm
I'm severely underappreciated and shat on.
just I hate you. It's too hot in here. Can we turn up the music?
Playing lower the number.
I'm shat on because people seem to think that I am backup team leader because I want to seem special or something, or I want to be offline not working, where in the fact I am most of the time I'm not working.
I was going to say, don't you dare try to get away with that.
Sometimes I am. Sometimes I am extremely busy. Other times I am extremely the opposite of busy. And
You're doing great,
I'm mostly
guys.
just waiting for something to happen most of the time. But again, I decided to get the job because I wanted to help. I wanted to help Teresa, our team leader. I wanted just to help out and be a great support role for our team. That somehow turned into Blaine's fucking lazy.
Yeah, like everything will always come back once it goes through the tube of Subaru.
Yeah.
Just like, you suck. It's just like,
It is what it is.
it's just,
I do the job, and I think I do it pretty well. So, oh well.
oh, it's just fuck 'em.
I mean, I did it for 6 straight months, and that sucked.
Yeah, but getting all that back pay in one check though.
Yeah, all like what should have been $1,000 ended up being $400.
Just,
Damn.
Yeah,
Why?
yeah,
great.
$400.
got taxed all to hell because they included it on my paycheck instead of just separate. Yeah.
Thanks, Uncle Sam. I
So,
totally agreed to this.
It just looked like I had a pretty decent overtime check. Just all right, it's whatever. It's basically free money.
Yeah, but in the middle of those short days though.
Well, that was I got paid before those. So
Never mind.
yeah, it is what it is. And like I said, that 6 months it sucked. I can't remember where I was going with that, but no, there was a point in time where everybody was shitting all over me, telling me how much I fucking sucked at it. And I'm like, you know what? If you got an issue with it, fucking there's the group leader right there. Talk to her. If you got an issue, take up your complaint with her. I'm gonna go do something.
When was that?
Several times. There have been several times like, oh, you don't like it? Talk to the group leader.
Well,
Not with you.
I meant when was the whole everyone was upset thing?
Oh no, not everyone, just specific people. Just couldn't handle me being offline.
Is it one of those that can't handle much of anything?
Depends on which one you're talking about.
I think we'll leave names out of it.
Yeah. I mean, I can talk about Eddie on here.
Oh,
He does. I don't have him on Facebook.
was it him?
No, I don't think so.
Got it.
Damn it, Eddie.
Damn it, Eddie. Eddie's being a real cunt lately.
Oh my fucking god.
Eddie's,
talk shit
this is just gonna devolve.
This is the fuck you, Eddie portion of the
Fuck you, Eddie.
contest.
There's your title. Like,
The reason I was late to third quarter starting was because I was trying to finish what I was saying to Brandon on the walk back from lunch.
Yeah.
About how there's some peace treaty, I don't know the details of it or who he's even made it with, that he's made lately regarding Calvin. And if Calvin breaks the peace treaty, he's decided he's going to come back 10 times harder.
Yeah.
But you have clear, simple, and plain English instructions on your punishment notice paper saying to not fucking do anything like that.
what do you do?
Basically,
Give me the
lot.
tea.
Let's short
let's
version.
just simplify it in short.
Very short
Lots
version.
of drama. Two
Yes.
people.
Yes,
They don't like each other,
to put it simply.
and it's been basically behind like. I'm gonna make a comment over here. I'm not saying anything. I'm gonna keep talking about this person that's not saying anything about me, and my way of talking about it is saying, well, I don't fucking care. I don't care what he thinks. I'm not the one talking shit. Like I'm not gonna talk shit. And the other.
I'm
the
not the one
person-
talking shit. I'm not the one talking shit.
Meanwhile, Calvin is like not saying a word about it.
Just ignore.
Proceeds to talk shit nonstop. Comes up to us at lunch just to talk shit. As soon as he's done, turns around and leaves.
Yeah. This is
Okay.
Eddie. This is Eddie.
Yes. Oh.
So it finally came to a head. They got HR involved, or HR got involved.
Eddie got HR involved. Is what?
Eddie's the one that did it.
That's what I've been told. I wasn't involved, but it
So-
seems plausible.
Basically, HR got involved because the powers that be are tired of it, and they're like, "Look, this needs to end. We're just gonna put you both in steps.
Laziest solution possible.
If you're both in steps and you're both in trouble for this, it should stop."
What is steps?
Steps is our correctional program. Step 1 is just
Bullshit.
If you're a
Yeah.
temporary, you can't get hired if you're in steps.
Yeah.
If you're in steps 4,
That's final notice, isn't it?
no, that's step 4. If you're in steps 4. If you're in steps 4, such and such. Say you're in steps for attendance, you don't get your attendance bonus for a whole year.
But if you're in steps for being a cunt, you still get your attendance bonus?
If you're in steps for performance, being a cunt,
Is that the
you
same
can't. I don't
thing,
think you can transfer. You can't transfer or get special jobs, assignments. So it's just like I was in steps until this August because I got caught on my phone, and
So for being a cunt.
I guess yeah.
I get just angry.
I was in steps and I didn't give a fuck because I still got my attendance bonus. So
Yeah.
I was like, everybody was like, "Aren't you in steps for being on your phone?" I'd be on my phone.
No shame.
Aren't you in steps for that? Okay.
Put me in step 2.
I'm already full time. It's not like I can't get hired.
Yeah, it's not like I'm begging, like, please don't fire me.
I have no intention on leaving Sealer anytime soon. It's like, cool. I just have to not get caught for another couple months.
Proceeds to barely hide it.
Yeah, dude, you gotta understand something about me. I give 0 fucks most of the time.
It's a lifestyle, really.
It really is.
It's a good one. I like it.
Watch all of Subaru HR watching this right now.
Yeah, just in a room. They have this waiting for you when you come in. Hey, Blaine, we'd like to speak with you in the conference room.
Yeah.
It's just
Shit.
Yeah, I'm out of steps now. So all they can do is just throw me back in.
They can take you straight to
Phones.
step 4 though if they really want to.
If they want to, but I'm an asset. I'm like the only backup team leader that like
Jennifer's
not a backup team leader.
She totally could be.
She could be, but she's not.
In fact, I think she does it frequently, even though she's not. Not frequently, but at least twice now. She's been backup team lead when.
Yeah, if I'm not there to do it. I think there's only one time because she expressed that she wanted to do it.
Oh, right.
And
That.
she was possibly going to be on Beeline, so she was possibly going to do it over there. So Desiree asked me to, like, hey, second half of the day, let her use the radio, and so I'm like, okay. Because
All right, enough Subaru.
since I did it for just one.
Oh, fine, hurry.
Since I did it for 6 months, it's not exactly a big deal when I have to give it up.
yeah, right.
Like if I have to go online or like, oh, hey, such and so and so wants a little experience with it. Can you let? Okay, sure, fuck. I'll
Yeah,
go
of
online.
course.
Everybody asked. Like when our team leader came back and I had to go back to the line. Everybody thought like, oh man, how do you feel about that? Like, what's it like going back? I'm like, dude, it's fucking great.
Yeah, just relief.
I have no responsibility other than don't get a defect.
And stay off your phone, right?
And don't get a defect.
Yeah, that's where it starts and ends.
And then so like I am responsible for myself. I'm not responsible for anyone else. It's great. I love it, and I can occupy my time completely rather than, oh, I have this little thing to do for right now, but then I have nothing for like hours, other than, oh, this person needs help. Oh, person needs to go to the bathroom. Oh, Desiree needs me for something. Like,
Oh, I'm going to chassis for the rest of the day.
oh, fuck that.
Is Chassis the gauntlet?
No, chassis that was just one time. They
That was just one
sent me out
time.
there to contain a defect that second shift had, but it got all the way out there and it was causing a problem out there. So all it was some sealer was getting in a hole, and they got tired of dealing with it. So they're like, hey, we got this fucking problem out here. You need to come out here and help us out with this. It's getting our guys behind. So they sent me a little screwdriver to chisel away some sealer. away from a hole, just a couple centimeters away. Not even completely get rid of
Just
it.
with a screwdriver?
Yeah, just
Not even that little triangle?
No, and all it is just, and since it's in chassis, it's above your head. So I'm
and just every down the line.
in the underbody. Yeah, it sucked. And I was out there all fucking day. Nobody that I knew, nobody to talk to. Sucked. And it's not every single car. It's only specific cars.
So you have to go around and find them.
No, you have to wait in the one spot.
No, but I like his version better.
And watch it go by until like, oh, there's one. And then even the specific ones, like the specific model that it was on, it's not on every single one of them. So sometimes you're like, oh, there's one. Walk up, nothing on it. It's like, all right, I guess I'll just wait for another 15 minutes for another one of these to come by.
Yeah, right.
Sucked, but oh well. All right, enough Subaru. Enough Subaru.
Industrial efficiency.
Yeah. So,
utter shit. It's complete shit. Our efficiency
Talk into the microphone.
is utter shit.
Son
It's
of a
complete
bitch.
shit. Our efficiency.
Yeah.
It's maddeningly horrible.
So
Have you met Ted?
there was another thing I wanted to talk about on this podcast.
Was it the Chodas?
The Chodas.
The Chodas.
I don't know if anybody's picked up on my Facebook post, but I call our president, Mr. Donald J. Trump, the Chodas.
Hey, he's your president.
He's the Chodas.
The Chodas.
No one argued.
Because you got POTUS, the presidency. President
Yeah,
of
I
the
know what
United States.
POTUS is. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's the Chodas, which could stand for either Cheeto of the United States or Chode of the United States.
Interchangeable.
work.
And Chodas kind of sounds like Chode, so I like it.
It's ringy. It sounds like something you would yell at someone in traffic.
Fucking Chodas.
Fucking Chodas.
It's like a Chode Judas.
Yeah, just why would my
In that
Chode betray me?
circumstance.
Why would the Chodes do this to me?
Yeah.
So something's happened since we left work.
there's. Oh, what the fuck? Really?
Yeah, when I said the scandals will not stop, that was not an exaggeration.
So let's
What is the latest?
let's lead up to this. What's
From
some
how
of-
far ago?
let's start with the Kurds.
Jesus, do you know how much has happened? That was like
okay.
2 weeks ago.
What's
It's
shit.
the equivalent of at least 10 years in a normal circumstance. That's a bit of an exaggeration, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe 5. Chodas.
Chodas.
So what about the Kurds?
They've been betrayed.
I'm aware, but because that was a while ago.
Short and sweet version, they had defenses. They were living in northern Syria. I don't know if they had government recognition as a semi-autonomous region or if they were just effectively a de facto.
Kurdistan.
Yeah, essentially, it's not. It has an official name that they call themselves. I doubt Syria recognized it. Starts with an R. Don't remember it. I think it's like Rovizia or something like that. I do
Yeah.
not remember it.
So they're effectively their own people.
Their own country, more
Yeah.
or less, effectively in practice. We said to them, take down your defenses. We'll garrison your area. It'll all be all right. We're buddies. Then, without consulting anybody at all on our side, like any of our generals or anyone involved in the process, national security, anything like that, Trump just sends the order down the chain of command to back out of Syria. Soldiers back out of Syria. Fucking lo and the fuck behold, surprise, surprise, Turkey's moving in within a week. I think it took maybe 2 days. I don't remember.
They're like, oh, the Americans are gone. Like,
Oh, we didn't expect that at all because he being Erdogan now, totally was not on the phone with Trump right before that issue was set down. That'd be suspicious. That's what happened.
Oh, can't hear
scandalous.
John.
Huh?
Jennifer's like, can't hear anything stupid. Can't hear John.
I can speak in my Subaru volume if you'd prefer.
Oh, please don't. There are kids here.
Thought not.
Thought not.
Back away.
So Kurds betrayed. Impeachment. But where are we at?
Where are we at with the Pelosi
inquiry?
inquiry?
So, it's not yet begun. They had a House floor vote, but up till now and today, it's just been depositions, witness interviews, setting up.
Which Republicans stormed. Like idiots.
I saw a great phrase to
Fools.
call that the Bud Light Brigade.
I like it.
God, Republicans sit on those committees. Like, there are Republicans in the depositions. There's no reason, other than pandering to stupid people.
Nate Phillips just sent me this. It said, let me see.
That's a good one.
It's Metallica, the And Justice for All, and it says, and Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself.
Have you seen the latest where the coroner
Yeah.
talked about
Yep.
how it was just like, no, I don't think.
That's
The autopsy came back saying that it was consistent with homicidal strangulation.
Yeah.
Yep.
Keep the memes coming. We're almost think about how momentous this would be. Like Area 51 raid.
Thank you so much, Nate. That was just great.
This
What do
would,
you say? Oh, that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was just fucking gold.
but we could change the world with memes by just putting them. at
Yeah, we
the
tried
end.
that. We got Trump.
Well, I mean, that's true. Pepe the Frog is in 2016. So.
Oh, he made that. Nate made that.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Repost.
5 out of 7.
Yeah, you
Perfect
stole
meme.
it. Damn it.
5 out of 7. Perfect meme.
Would recommend.
Excellent.
So what the fuck? Where were we?
Who's the next president?
The Bud Light Brigade fucking storms the deposition, which was completely pointless because it was like what 60 representatives or senators.
Let's fucking start at the beginning.
And there's already 40 of them in the room.
I don't know the number. I know it was 2/3.
Yeah. But
That were already more than welcome to attend. That
Yeah,
in fact should have
exactly.
attended. It was their literal fucking job. Like,
Yeah.
that's what they're supposed to be doing.
You're supposed to be there. That's why you get taxpayer money that comes
Yes.
out of my paycheck. Like, use it for something other than
What you use it for.
yeah. Pentagon. Like, we lost $1 trillion. Like, you what?
Again.
Like, we just don't know where it's at, guys. Like,
It must have come out the back.
yeah, like somebody just
to quote Henry Bankshaft, also known as Chaw, oops.
yeah, just like, can you imagine? Like, I've had more pressure put on me when like the register was short at like Taco Bell than the pressure that was just like, we lost $1 trillion. So what? Like, just tax more.
Except then they taxed less.
It was just like,
Oops.
oh no.
Fucking. So. Oh hell. I gotta get out. My phone.
Get out your phone.
There are so many fucking headlines.
Get out that phone and talk into that microphone.
The Kurds.
The Kurds.
With big.
Where were the Kurds at Hastings?
Jesus.
Where were the Kurds at Hastings?
Wow.
Oh Lord.
Didn't see no Kurds at the Battle of Hastings. We don't owe them a thing. Where were the Kurds when Rome fell? Like,
It's really funny because like, so this weekend, Trump. So we got the ISIS leader.
yeah. Well, I don't know his
Baghdadi.
formal name.
Yeah. Baghdadi, more like Baghdadi. Am I right?
Baghdadi.
Bad bling.
It's good. It's solid.
He's rolling with it. I like the commitment. Like,
Or I mean, it's better than Baghdadi.
Did you see his fucking description of that
Dude, the video.
operation?
I think who was it? Jimmy Kimmel did a comparison video to when Obama got Osama bin Laden killed.
Yeah, you talked about that.
And like, it's just night and day. Like, Obama's like very descriptive, very formal. President Trump's like, yeah, we killed that towel.
More or less. Then he went on a fucking strongman rant about how he was crying, whimpering, and something else. And all right, so the recording that he watched had no fucking audio.
I'm gonna find this video because it's really good.
But that is the least important scandal to be talking about right now. That's just him being a fucking idiot.
To announce that they killed bin Laden, he spoke for 9.5 minutes. Trump yesterday did 40 minutes on this. And for further comparison, we thought it might be fun to match up Trump's speech about al-Baghdadi with Obama's about bin Laden, and we were right, it was.
The United States has conducted an operation that killed Osama bin Laden.
Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi is dead.
The United States launched a targeted operation against that compound.
They did a lot of shooting, and they did a lot of blasting. Even not going through the front door. You know, you think you go through the door. If you're a normal person, you say, knock, knock, may I come in?
What the fuck?
Firefight, they killed Osama bin Laden and took custody of his body.
He died like a dog.
That does not mark the end of our effort.
A beautiful dog.
We give thanks for the men who carried out this operation.
And I don't get any credit for this, but that's okay. I never do. And here we are.
Here we are. There's the first thing he said.
The United States of America.
And I'm writing a book.
Oh my God.
There were 12 books. All did very well. Oh my God.
He died like a dog.
I sincerely hope that he personally types up that book.
Oh my god.
I want to know what goes on in that brain.
No, you don't.
So
Yeah, I do.
No,
I'm
you
kinda
fucking
curious.
don't. Okay, so the
Deep
president
state.
wrote today. We're gonna skip forward to the present because it's relevant.
Let's do it.
A letter to the Republicans in Congress, giving them instructions. I'm not sure that that's a thing he can do. I mean, obviously he can do it, but I don't know if it's in his job description. Saying to shut down, to close, quote unquote, in the impeachment process after the damning testimony from key witness. I don't even know which key witness or damning testimony they're referencing. There has been so many more than simply one. And I'll just read the headline. Trump, in badly spelled rant, urging Republicans to close impeachment process after damning testimony from key witness. And here's an excerpt. Republicans are very unified and energized with a J in our fight on the impeachment hoax capitalized incorrectly with the do-nothing Democrats, again capitalized incorrectly, and now are starting to go after the substance, capitalized for some fucking reason, even more than the very unfair process, also capitalized, because just a casual reading of the transcript leads, all caps, everybody, to see that the call with the Ukraine... I don't even know how the fuck I would pronounce this as it's spelled. It's spelled wrong. President was a totally appropriate one. The impeachment nonsense, spelled wrong and capitalized wrong, is just a continuation, spelled wrong, of the witch hunt hoax, capitalized wrong, which has been going on since before I even got elected. Punctuated wrong. He added, Republicans.
What? Where are you reading this from?
It's a transcript. It's an excerpt from the fucking...
What is this website?
It's the Independent.
Okay.
It's a newsletter, not
So
newsletter. It's a
it's
newspaper
it's a legitimate source.
the
Okay.
United Kingdom.
Or someone could call it a legitimate.
It's a major news,
It is.
older print news.
Print news.
Hold on, there's another excerpt that I want to find that... Republicans.
Republicans.
That's so close to RuPaul. Okay, there's got to be a joke in there.
Maybe.
Opposite. Not opposite. Opposite.
Jesus.
I don't even know how the hell you come up with that one. Your fingers are too fat to type, man.
He can send
But
a
that's
nuke
just
somewhere.
that's the wrong thing to focus on that we got focused on there. The poor spelling. Sending a letter to the Republicans urging them to close down the impeachment process after a testimony given by a witness in a closed deposition, by the way, I should add. What? Yes, what? I don't even know how to react to this appropriately, because this is due process. That's what is happening. That's what this is. This is laid out minimally in the Constitution. And then they're following the Republicans' own rules, I would assume, as something of a appeasement tactic to keep everything from going straight to the center circle of hell. It would seem that we did make a pit stop for a quick piss, but we're on our way.
They're following their own rules, and the Republicans are like,
It's unfair.
this is unfair. It's like, it's your rules.
They say they want it to be open, and it's gonna be. As soon as it becomes an actual, this is just the deposition. We're in the setup, prep phase.
Preliminary.
Yes. As soon as we hit
loading.
the main event,
We're loading.
Yeah,
This is the load screen.
this is literally the load screen.
if this were The
mini
Witcher
game.
3, we'd be running around White Orchard right now. As soon as we hit the main fucking event in the majority of the game, it's gonna be public. Not only because there's no reason for it not to be at that point, but because the Democrats, that's part of their strategy. Or according to them, fucking can't trust a thing they say either. But not that exonerates a goddamn thing that the others are doing.
No.
But just as a friendly side note, also fuck them.
They hate you too.
Yes,
Like,
there's no good choice here.
No.
they're like two bowls of shit, and the only difference is the smell and what
And the
color of
consistency.
corn is in there.
Yes.
Accurate. Accurate.
Because they know that, or God, they sincerely hope, I think, and I do too, that when a lot of this gets laid bare publicly for everyone to see, for everyone to hear, that it's going to be, that may take the place of the Nixon smoking gun. because there's only so much that you can tolerate before it's like, okay, what the fuck, right? Now we've been finding that bar of where in the hell is the okay, what the fuck, is way higher than it needs to be.
Oh yeah, because we haven't reached it yet. Or some of.
We're loading to it. It's getting there.
I don't even
Some
know
people,
if
it
we can
hasn't
fucking
reached
see it
It's like
yet.
the South Park Game of Thrones. It is coming. They are coming. Like it's gonna be here. Like, but the bar, I don't know. I don't know where the bar is at.
That if they show up for all of the first 3 episodes of the last season, it will still have happened, and that's what we need. Please be enough. And please actually show up, for the love of God.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know where that bar is.
I don't
Because
know.
for me, it's already well past the bar.
Oh, it was.
For you, it's well past the bar. I'm sure for you, it's well past the bar. I'm sure for the majority of America, it's well past the bar. But there are people out there that's like, when is enough enough? When is enough enough? Like, even, like...
It's gotten to the point where I'm now trying to understand, instead of wondering where the fuck is the bar, I'm trying to understand why do they not care?
Like, it's even enough, and enough is enough even for Fox News, because they're even starting to criticize shit.
Which, again, you're ready to get... Fox News. The reason...
Fox News. Just...
There's a suspicious ongoing in the background that may explain why Fox News is doing this. And so it's not that suspicious. It's just not being talked about, which is why it's suspicious-y, I suppose. Ryan Paul. Paul Ryan. I was stuck on RuPaul, and I was trying to remember Paul Ryan. He's at least on the board of directors for Fox News now. I don't know.
Oh, really?
I don't know if he heads it or not. I don't know. I don't think so. I know he's on the board of directors, though, and he's definitely got a presidential bid at some point in his mind. There's no way he doesn't. So by getting on the right side, the side that is likely to be viewed as correct in the future, at least, of this issue, which is going to be monumental for decades in the way that the Nixon one is and the Clinton one is, that might bolster his chances whenever the hell he decides to try to ruin us. Because it's coming.
You subscribe to the meme page, Ron Paul's Bat.
What?
What? Ron Paul's bat?
Ron Paul's Bat. That's
Like a
baseball
bat?
bat.
Okay.
Yeah, like
I'm not
an animal. Like
I had to clarify.
just had to
I had to clarify.
Just had to shake that up a little bit. Like, is it like a sonar thing or like a home run thing? Like, just
Chicago.
Ron Paul's Bat. Look it up. Have fun.
Where are we at, John?
I can't do a monologue. You gotta
say words with your mouth.
We're just here for the commentary.
Yeah, maybe we're.
But
in
the
audience.
commentary doesn't function if it's left to be a monologue.
We are reactionary over here. You are the source. This is
Why Turkey Do Bad to Curd.
No, it's not.
Communist News Network.
I want to find that video that Brandon showed us at lunch of that news reporter responding to those 3 guys. I don't even know who they were.
Oh my god.
Who were they?
What did he say?
What?
You're full of shit.
No. He said, because him talking about the lieutenant colonel is not chicken shit like the 3 of you.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, that lady's awesome. I don't know if they were
Said it
Fox
live.
News anchors or if they were congressmen or senators. It really would apply to any of them.
They were somebody, and apparently she thinks they are chicken shit.
And
She
said
let him
so
have it.
emphatically live.
Yeah. Like that. There was some fire in those words. Some
Oh, it was
venom.
amazing.
You chicken shit.
There was some venom being hawked.
Just leaked out in their general direction. Like
it was vicious.
what did
and
they
I
do? How did
loved
they
it.
even interact with each other? Just 3 dudes? She just yelled at him or what?
No,
Like-
it was
No,
like,
they were talking. They said something. They made some accusation.
They were the 3
and then-
floating heads.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Then she responded to whatever accusation they made. There's a list of them that's going around about this lieutenant colonel. That she just said, look, she called him chicken shit, which was one of the appropriate reactions. in my opinion. Mitch McConnell declaring that there would be absolutely no Senate conviction before there was even any fucking evidence presented. It's because the Senate functions as a court in this particular, very specific context.
Yeah.
That would be the equivalent of a jury declaring the verdict right in the middle of the opening statements.
Guilty. We're done here. I heard they opened up a new Firehouse sub across from the courthouse, and I would like to try it.
Dismissed.
Go about your business.
Yeah. Trump got booed at the.
The Nats are my new favorite baseball team.
Yeah.
That's why.
He was at the
Lock him
World
up.
Series. They booed him, and they said they started chanting "Lock him up." I watched the video of him reacting. He was cheering and clapping, and then he realized what was being said, and his face went sour.
It looked like he swallowed an entire bag of fucking warheads just all at once, and he was trying to.
Went sour.
Oh God!
And because he realized they were chanting "Lock him up."
I like how Melania, or no, I was calling her Melanie Melanie. That's it. I like how Melanie continued to try to smile, but it got
That's
more.
usually what she does, though.
God, it was.
Have you seen the video of him down in Florida saying Melania wishes she was here?
Melania's right back there.
She's literally right beside him, and she's like, she wishes she was here. She thinks you're all a bunch of brave souls, and she's so heartbroken that she can't be here. And she's.
I wonder if she finds relief in the fact that he is so disconnected from her, or if it bothers her. Because a normal husband-wife relationship, obviously.
I've seen so many videos of her just reacting to things he does, and it's just she seems like a prisoner.
Just all I wanted was a sugar daddy, and now I'm the FLOTUS. So, honestly, I think her book title should be that. Once she's done,
I wanted a sugar daddy.
All I wanted was a sugar daddy, and now I'm the FLOTUS. A biography by Melania Trump, coming soon to a noble bargain bin for roughly $8.99. Hardback.
Did you say bargain noble?
Bargain. I'm going to open a bookstore right across from
Bargain
Barnes.
Noble.
Bargain Nobles.
We take all your bargain bin. We take Barnes and Noble's bargain bin, and we just sell them all over here. Even
as nobles. Even cheaper.
I don't know what to talk about unless there's something to bounce off of. Because there's just too much.
What's happened? What did you already say? What happened today?
Yeah, that was the letter. I assume a letter. That was the written correspondence of some fashion sent by Trump to the Republicans in Congress, the House specifically, saying, or I sure as hell hope the House, because if not, then
I just love how he's like, we're not going to participate in this, and everybody's like, that's not how that works.
We kind of have to do that.
Right. That's exactly the reaction to this letter, which is he's trying to strong arm the inquiry out of existence, which it absolutely should be alarming.
You can't do that.
You can't fucking do that.
You can't do that, bro.
The Congress has full authority over this issue.
You know what
as delegated by the founding fucking document, right? The Congress.
The founding document.
The Constitution.
Yes,
the God paper.
The God paper.
Well, if you asked a Republican what it was more than 10 years ago, or even less than that, that'd be more or less in different words. That's what you would have been told. Now, Clause 5 of Article 1 is a fucking hoax. Interesting flip they've had there. That's where the impeachment information is.
Oh.
Now you know.
Thank you.
Or the emoluments clause, sorry.
I read the Constitution while I drink my coffee in the morning.
It's not that long. You should have it memorized by now.
I know. I'll get on to it. I know. I have the preamble memorized from 5th grade. I can do a preamble right now. Just challenge it. We the people, in order to preserve a more perfect union, establish justice.
And protect.
Damn. Already wrong.
No. My social studies teacher failed me.
No.
Where'd you go to school?
At Earhart Elementary.
Fuck Earhart Elementary social studies teacher.
Well, he was actually, my 5th grade teacher was a confirmed pedophile from Earhart Elementary, Mr. Kemmer. So
yeah, that's a
it's pretty.
Okay, yeah.
Yikes.
Social studies
Yikes.
teacher, you're accepted
I
again.
mean, you remembered more than I could, so.
Yeah, I got the We the People. That's the cool part. That's the tattoo
cool
part. That's
Yeah, that is the tattoo part.
That's the tattoo part.
Interesting
We
little
the
bit.
People. Like,
It says in the preamble that in order to create a more perfect union,
Yeah.
which recognizes the existence of a
Imperfect.
previous union that was
communism.
less perfect. Interesting. If you follow the philosophies upon which our government and our constitution are established,
Less perfect union, aka the United Kingdoms. We're
Nope.
better, we're better than them.
but yes, also.
We are a tad bit cooler. We drink coffee, not tea.
Fuck you, Britain.
Fuck you, Brit.
We're also not embroiled in Brexit. We got our own thing.
Brexit. Are they gonna do it? Are they not gonna do it? Stay tuned.
So
We
the-
just like
No, we're not. No British politics.
Thank you.
I would hold just this mic right here, like in reporting from like London Bridge, just like, hello.
Speaking of very posh voice, get your powdered wig.
Yeah, just I'm in England for
The
some
Queen
reason.
decrees.
I just wanted to do a podcast, and now I'm over here. So it's just I'm very tired. Like
I've lost 3 trains of thought in the last half minute.
It happens.
It does.
This is podcast.
that's why I take the bus.
Shit.
Shit. What? John Witherspoon's dead. That fucking sucks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss you, Granddad.
I never watched any of the Friday movies.
Nope.
See, I know him primarily from Boondocks as the grandfather.
Okay.
Granddad.
I mean, he's been a lot of different
I
things.
know he's all
I've
over the
seen him in a
place.
lot of different things. I just whatever.
Oh, in response to your commie
There we go.
sub thing,
The sub thread, the communist sub thread.
if you follow the
If you follow communism,
the philosophies, the political philosophies and legal philosophies and theories that are at the foundation of our system of government, logically, to their end, they arrive at not the modern understanding, but communism as understood in Das Kapital, which is Marx's primary work, which is not to say anything more than people overthink the fuck out of this. We're way more connected to the founding ideas at the base of communism than people realize. Also, while we're on the subject, a liberal is simply someone that believes in a capitalist market and civil rights for the common people. If that's you, you're a fucking liberal. So stop using it like a fucking insult because you're a fucking retard.
Yeah. Also, quit calling people cucks. You're not even using that term properly.
Obvious projection is obvious.
people have some feelings. You cunts.
Do you remember that brief time period where everybody was calling each other a cuck? You're such a cuck.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, it was
You're such a Republican cuck.
it was around the time that those clowns kept showing up.
the clowns were so funny, dude. Like
Good old 2015.
20, yeah.
16.
This is what I'm gonna tell my kids about.
Both, I think.
It
It
was
was in
15.
16 as well.
It was
then.
around Halloween 2015. I recall this. I was there.
It might have started
Everybody
then.
was really freaked out for a second.
Yeah.
Like it was just what was it like? Just clowns would be.
Clowns in the middle
Like,
of
but
nowhere.
yeah. And my
Holding
favorite videos on
knives.
YouTube at the time were when they would try to scare someone
And then get
and
shot.
get punched in the fucking face.
Oh yeah. There's a few of those going around. What a weird fucking time.
That is definitely the point in time
Remember
where we
when
crossed into
Ebola
this
was gonna
timeline.
kill us all?
the memes really started like taking off. You know.
I think memes control a lot more than we acknowledge
we
at
started
this
getting
point.
meme calendars.
Do you remember the Kekistan flag?
Yes,
No,
I remember the Kekistan flag.
No.
I remember it
It's
looked.
all right. So you take the fucking Nazi flag,
Yeah.
not just the white circle with the swastika in the middle, but the Nazi naval flag.
Okay.
It's got a cross that's where they meet is off center, and then there's a swastika there.
Okay.
Now replace the swastika with Pepe the Frog, make it green, not red.
Okay.
That's all it is.
That's it.
okay.
It's still the Nazi flag. It's just Pepe the Frog. And then Richard Spencer shows up. Then whoever the fuck Galvin McKine. Point is, a bunch of fucking actual Nazis showed up. And I don't know, 1 and 1 is 2, don't you think?
So Pepe the Frog is a Nazi.
No, but he's used by Nazis. He was co-opted by Nazis until he's ruined. You can't use Pepe the Frog anymore without being associated with the alt-right movement. And it's unfortunate,
That's so weird.
isn't it?
It's so strange. Like I literally have like a meme where it's just like Pepe the Frog, like, as just this abnormally buff dude. Like,
That's a rare Pepe.
and yeah, I know but this, all it is it's his fist as a heart reaction. It looks like he's gonna hit you in the face. And I use that meme a lot. And I just want to say I'm not a Nazi. I just think it's a funny meme. Like,
Do you remember the thankful react?
yes.
Where it's just like a purple flower. It's the thankful react. I remember when it was going, because it was only like a limited react. It was there for a limited time.
A limited
but
time.
Some people, when their app didn't update, they just didn't update their app.
And they could still
They could still, and it would still show up for other people, but
So the code was still there.
Yeah, the code was still there. So, and then people started making memes because everybody was using thankful react for everything.
Yeah.
I was, even for sad posts.
Yeah, thankful.
That was my way.
My
of
dog
saying,
died,
like,
thankful. Like,
About goddamn time.
But so the
fucking asshole kept barking.
Memes started adopting the thankful react, and like my favorite one was it's an image from Rambo where he's on
the machine gun. It's the thankful.
It's just nothing but thankful reacts
just-
going out. And that's just solid. It's because you're just giving them out left and right.
Oh yeah.
You're thankful.
Yeah, I remember seeing that where it's just like, I want a flower react. It's just like my.
I remember when it became federally legal for the gays to be married.
Jesus Christ. The gay agenda.
The gays. I like.
No, I didn't know. When it was legal for gay marriage.
Yeah.
So Facebook decided to celebrate by making the Pride react.
Oh God, yeah.
And I fucking let that thing fly everywhere,
Yeah.
man. Anytime I get a new react on there and like that's an option, like everyone
Honestly,
can
I
get it.
think we could do a lot more with reacts, and if Zuck, if
What the
you're-
fuck is a react?
like
you know,
why?
haha, angry,
you don't have
cry
Facebook.
face.
No.
He doesn't have Facebook.
I'm a much healthier person than both of you.
I could tell. But
I'm not.
I know. Me too, man. Like,
Here, so those pop up. I can either like it.
Okay, I've seen those in screenshots.
Yeah.
Wow, sad, angry.
those are the traditional, the 6
Well, 'cause
OGs.
for-
So that's not replace the fucking.
the like, the
Yeah.
thumbs up. Because for the longest time, like people were like, let's get a dislike button. Get a dislike. Join this group to get your dislike button.
Reason number 4,000 why we're fucking hopeless.
We've gone too long. The
Pause that
outro
shit.
played.
Yeah, it's just we're done. It just everything lights, like studio people start coming out, just picking up.
We do got to start wrapping it up.
Okay.
Before we do.
No.
closing
Politics.
thoughts.
No, like he's just-
We just started politics.
I know. But it's getting late.
Star Wars is cool.
Kids need to be sleeping. So.
All right,
just to
so
quickly
on
wrap
the
it up.
subject of the alt-left, which I know, there's at least one person at work who mentions it every time I say the word alt-right. The idea of the radical left, let me just fucking say that the left in America today is anything but radical. They keep getting called that, but they have pretty fucking basic central left idea. That's not to say centrist, that's to say middle of the road left ideas that are really ubiquitous in Western developed countries other than us.
I'm going to have to ask you to not use your factory voice at this time.
But Jennifer asked me to.
No, the kids are asleep now.
God damn it.
You can talk normal, but I guess less than normal for you.
If the vast majority of these talking heads that love to say these things, I don't know about Jacob. I think he actually has a chance of not doing this. But the others, it would be all too common that if they were to meet an actual, legitimate radical leftist, someone from the 19th or 20th century, right? They'd piss their fucking... These people, the actual genuine radical left, don't want to take your guns. They don't want to give you free healthcare. They want to fucking kill you. That's the genuine radical left. For different reasons than the radical right. Fundamentally all different reasons. The radical right wants to do it because you're brown. The radical left wants to do it because you're rich. If you're a brown rich person, you're just fucked.
Yeah.
Fucking...
Depending on
That doesn't exist in numbers large enough to be recognized formally. They're around, but they're just crazy people mostly. There's not very many of them.
Just one person.
All right. So to wrap up, who are the current Democratic nominees?
The ones that matter?
Yeah, the ones that matter.
Warren, Sanders.
Come on, Warren
Biden.
doesn't matter. Come on, like
Gag.
Mayor Pete,
Mayor Pete.
Chan.
Out of all the things,
But Yang doesn't have very
Yang,
much.
not Chan.
Yang's got a
Chan.
racist.
Racist? Yeah, I was gonna say.
No, I genuinely thought it was Chan. Oh well. Oops.
I would vote for Jackie Chan if he ran for president.
Yeah, me too.
Chan.
That's how we ended up with Trump.
I mean, no.
So,
Hey, we have limited time.
yeah. Okay. So
Yang's got one very, very, very good idea that absolutely is a must before society is fully automated. Otherwise, we will live in a impoverished hellhole of a world where no one has any money, and that's presuming that we even fucking survive, because there's a lot of upheaval coming if climate change is anything remotely close to what's been predicted. And that is universal basic income, which sounds pretty fucking out of this world to the left compared to our standard national discourse on politics. But look at any fast food restaurant that has a decent constant income. What's new? The fucking computers they want you to order at. You understand that those serve a function, right? It's so they have to pay less in labor, right? If you think it's going to stop there, you're naive as hell. There's robots in Subaru all over the place.
yeah.
30 years ago, 35 plus years ago, because obviously 30 years ago, Subaru was being built and finished. But if you go back far enough, not even that far at this point, those would be people getting paid. Now, I'm not condemning Subaru. I'm just saying that this is a process, and it's only going to continue because it is more efficient, significantly. It is more profitable, which is a product of the first one. And those two are enough for anyone who owns a means of production. I should not use that word. To implement them. Anyone who stands to make money from automation is going to automate eventually. Yep. They're going to do bullshit rhetoric tactics to make it seem like it's our fault to some degree, some amount of us, some people's fault that they're automating. We're automating because of the strike is almost guaranteed to be said at least once in this process. At that point, where are you going to get a job? How are you going to feed yourself? Universal basic income is the only answer to these questions that I have heard. However, you have to fund it, which would require a colossal public fund, public treasury.
Yeah.
That is something we clearly cannot be trusted with at this point in time.
No.
We lost $1 trillion.
I think that as an idea, it is an eventual necessity, but if we were to implement it today, it'd be a fucking shitstorm. We're not ready for it. That's not to say that we couldn't do it.
Or that it's a bad idea.
Or that it's a bad idea. It's just that there has got to be massive federal reform before it's done. Mm-hmm. That's Yang. Mayor Pete, meh. His main selling point is that he's a gay mayor from northern Indiana. He's a typical corporate establishment Dem, toes the line. He's going to do what the Dem party leaders tell him to do. Warren is a crossover between Sanders and that position.
Okay.
She talks a big game on the in
The radical.
yes, to use the incorrect terminology, the radical left. You know, the one that wants to let you take your kid to the doctor when they're sick, because that's ridiculous. I know.
So
you don't have to convince me. God, handouts.
The kid should just be better.
Yeah, or dead.
Stop being poor.
Boost your immune system, you piece of shit.
Yeah.
Vitamin C, bitch.
Anyways, she talks a big game in this way, and that's good. But she has a long history of towing the line when push comes to shove.
Yeah.
Without question and without hesitation. And for that reason, I don't trust her. But I like her platform, but I do not trust her. That would be more than enough to vote for her if it wasn't for the coexistence of Sanders, who I both like and trust. Which I
trust him.
I can't help but feel naive trusting him, but he has not changed his positions. There's pictures of him in the 70s.
I feel naive
out there on the picket lines.
His positions would work.
I feel naive thinking that we would be able to push them through Congress, but
yeah,
I believe that they would work.
I believe they'd work. I'm naive that they would work. But,
provided that all of them were implemented, they would work. Now, obviously, some of them rely on some of the others getting passed for funding. But provided that they all get implemented, I think they could work genuinely, because we've seen them to some degree or in some variation working in example countries. And I'm not going to bring up the fucking Scandinavian model because that's what everyone that's of my position does every time. And it's ignored. So, moving on. Not even going to get bogged down in it.
So how do you feel about Biden?
He can get fucked.
Creepy Joe.
He
Creepy,
can get fucked.
creepy Uncle Joe.
He's a male Clinton.
Yeah.
That's it. It's not even
Except
his
he says
turn.
really dumb things.
He does.
Like,
He also likes
poor
to get
people are
really
just,
touchy.
Poor people can be just as smart as white people.
I was like, what the fuck? I was like, you can just say that and you don't just immediately get taken off the stage? Like,
Fucking Trump just said we're gonna take Syria's oil. Hello? War crime. You don't say it, you dumb fuck. You're not even supposed to do it, really, but that's what we do.
we heard you had oil. We, too,
We've come
oil.
to free it.
I heard you need freedom.
Christ.
Knock, knock. It's democracy.
It's just like...
Oh yeah, I forgot. There was another thing that we were going to talk
What's
about. Your hatred of people with money. You're just.
We do not have time to get into that, because all it's going to do is spark me saying some stupid shit without backing it up, and then you're going to go, all right, that's it, outro. And I'm going to look like an asshole. And I'm not fucking starting it.
You know me so well.
He's good at it.
He doesn't like Elon Musk.
Why not? Why not?
Damn it, Blaine. There is a question of ethics when it comes to the existence of billionaires.
If you can explain this without like raising your voice, I would really appreciate it.
What's wrong with the muskrat?
Well, let's start with the patent buy-ups. You understand that buying a shitload of patents for things that you did not invent, have not been successfully created yet, or are invented, created, but are not yet functional on an economic scale, just buying them up so that you own the rights to these, the IP rights to these, that's just money ground. Like, you didn't do shit, but you're going to make money for having not done shit. People who did shit aren't going to make that money. It's their money. They made that. Why are you making money?
Well, then if
It's not just Musk that does this. This is common. What were you saying?
I don't know. Continue.
That's not the reason I don't like Musk, though. That's a common practice among the very rich. It's bullshit. And it pisses me
Why
off.
don't you like Musk?
I don't like Elon Musk because I have a problem ethically. I believe that it is unethical that billionaires exist in the current context of the United States. Capitalism, unregulated capitalism, or insufficiently regulated capitalism, only remains functional if the wealthy invest in society. If the wealthy were investing in society, things like Flint, Michigan would not still be a problem. Hint, it is.
However, Elon Musk
Is a billionaire.
is buying and placing filtration systems.
Finally.
For
How long has it
Flint,
been?
Michigan. He's been busy putting fucking roadsters
Inventing
in space,
Yeah,
stuff.
putting a car in space.
selling $500 not flamethrowers.
Drinking lead and water is totally worth it as long as that car's in space. I agree.
You know, I've heard from a few people that live in Michigan that have been through here that the situation isn't nearly as bad as the media portrays it to be.
Oh, I'm sure not. Sensationalism is rampant.
Yeah.
But the point is, that's still a heavy metal toxin. It doesn't leave your body. Ever.
Is
It
like-
accumulates.
is it like black metal, death metal, like new metal,
Prog.
prog metal. You said it was a heavy metal.
Approximately. I'm gonna hold up my hand.
I don't know why I come here.
I'm gonna hold up my hand. Point on the oven mitt where Flint is. Do you know where it's at? The oven. It's up here. It's up here.
But I don't even want to focus on Flint because that's just one example. It's a super
Yeah.
common example that most people know. That's why I use it begrudgingly. There's 1,000 things that we need money spent on, and no money in the government to spend on it. Well, okay, that's misleading. There's plenty of money gets spent on other things, like government contracts, which he just gave a contract to his brother's business, Trump did, without holding a bidding process. This is what corruption looks like. Newsflash. It's really fucking obvious if you're watching.
Do you think like losing $1 trillion qualifies as spending $1 trillion?
Do you think we know where it went?
I think someone does. I don't think we're ever going to find out who.
I can't even wrap my head around that amount of wealth.
You
I think
you genuinely can't.
Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself.
I think that's incredibly painfully obvious.
Back off or I'll kill yourself.
He committed
God damn.
Okay. But do you understand how much money $1 billion is? Just $1 billion. To put it into perspective in the way that I can remember at the moment, if someone who has $1 billion in a bank account spends every single night $50,000, more than a lot of people make every single year. Mm-hmm. They spend that on a nightly basis, every night. They spend it tonight, they spend it the next night, so on and so forth, every night, every day of the year. That would be proportionally equivalent to if someone with $1,000 in their bank account spent 18 cents. We're talking about so much money, so much fucking, that's a boatload of money that they're hoarding. Now, even if they were investing in the economy as they should, or in society, in the way that insufficiently regulated capitalism demands, doing their quote unquote civic duty, to put it in one way.
So in a 365-day year, the 18 cents a night it turns out to be $65.70.
Proportionately. They didn't spend the whole billion.
That's for the $1,000 run.
Yes.
So 50,000 times 365. That's $18,250,000. So not even close.
Not even touching that wealth. That's 50 grand a fucking night. I don't know if any of us in here see 50 grand in a year.
I mean, I do. I mean, not that I see it, because a lot of it gets taken out in taxes and
I certainly fucking
spent.
don't.
I agreed to that. Spoiler alert, I didn't.
Even if they were doing the duty demanded of them by insufficiently regulated capitalism, still, they are hoarding so much money. It's not in circulation. It's not in the economy. It's not being used. It's being held in an account, often offshore. It's not doing jack shit for anybody. All it does is put a nifty little number by their head with more zeros on the end.
Yep.
What the fuck? We need so many things just to be at the basic par with our Western, our fellow Western
Mike
developed
shield
countries.
off.
What?
I said Mike shield off. It's been disengaged.
He is really checked out.
It's just...
And that doesn't even return us to a point of global prominence in terms of soft power or our reputation.
Yeah.
All that does is bring us back up to fucking square one, par. If we want to go back to where historically we've been known as the ones that did, built a fucking warship a day in World War II, a new bomber off the line every fucking 24 hours, that kind of thing. Like, we did great and amazing things, built the Panama Canal. There is some dark side to that, but
yeah, of course,
it's an amazing, great thing. It's a fucking incredibly important thing.
It's a modern wonder.
It splits the Western Hemisphere in half by maritime travel.
Yeah.
If we want to do shit like that again, we need that money back in circulation.
Yeah, for sure.
Until that happens, just expect more of this.
Let's just go to Mars.
We can't. Put the money back in circulation. Build a space elevator. It'll happen a lot quicker.
Yeah.
Wouldn't something bump into it, though?
You would plan for that.
I mean, yeah, but...
Space shields.
Yeah.
Duh.
Obviously.
Jesus.
What a
So,
fucking...
John, what's your plan for if everything goes to shit, or
Gonna-
you just stop caring?
If everything goes to shit, there's nothing we can do. We're done. But
What's your plan, though?
in the event that I get to the point where I give up on trying, which every day is a little bit closer. Fuck this. Gonna go grow corn. Gonna go back to the family farm. Gonna go fucking get a loan, buy a combine. I already have tractors. I can pull the planters and the tiller behind. Fuck this.
You're growing corn.
Growing corn.
Corn.
He's not giving.
We get 900 kilobytes down a second of internet out there. Okay? Not gonna see shit on the news.
That hurts me so much.
Right?
That hurts me so
Gonna be insulated from all the bullshit. Gonna be insulated from all the fucking nonstop. The rules are unfair. You made them. That's how I know. I assume that's what goes on in their head.
Probably. But you're gonna go corn. You're growing corn.
I'm done. I'm not done yet, but I want to be.
His voice is so dark.
I want to be.
All right, I think we're done.
Growing corn. And if we build the space elevator, I'll grow Martian corn.
Or potatoes, like Matt Damon.
Martian corn.
All right, guys.
Potatoes are for plebs.
Patrick, thank you for joining.
Like the Irish.
Hello. Goodbye.
I was gonna say, it's like
It was
we're
like,
leaving.
yeah, it was
What
like
are
we
you
just
doing?
started, right?
It's always great talking to you. It's always great just hearing your voice.
Thank you.
We have to do politics again. We did it.
Yeah.
There will be another fucking full show worth of content by the end of the week.
We'll get podiums. It'll be great.
Can we please?
John, thank you for joining.
I want
again.
podiums. You're welcome.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. You can check us out live every Wednesday.
Goodbye, watch
Facebook,
people.
YouTube, Twitch. Also, thank you to the Journey into Comics Network, for which we are a part of. You can check out all those awesome shows on journeyintocomics.com, on all of the podcasting services. You got a lot of awesome shows like Brews with Dudes. Check out that show. Yeah, that's it. That's all.
Vote out Moscow Mitch. Vote out Trump.
Yeah,
It really needs to be done.
we're growing corn.
We're growing corn.
We're growing
See you
corn.
next time,
It might
folks.
happen.
So, yeah, if that is all, that is all. Please make every day a big dick day and grow some corn.
No.
Huge.
No. It can't be everyone, or else it won't work. I got to be away from this
I
shit.
got the soybean market cornered.
All right, make every day a big dick day.
And don't grow corn.
Bye, guys.
Woke up this morning with my dick in my hand. Girl is to the right of me, just like I planned. It's gonna be a big dick day. 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 Big dick day. It's gonna be a big dick day. It's gonna be a big dick day. It's gonna be a big dick day.